And we are back on Big Board Sports. Roger Weiland, Chris Honorado. Busy morning. A lot of local sports going on, and I love it. Nick Southworth, as promised, joins us here in studio this morning. Tournament director, Cap City's Girls College Showcase Tournament. It's coming up April 13th through the 15th. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, Roger. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate a few minutes, man, and exciting times. I know last year you launched this and had 30 teams, and now you're looking for bigger and even better this year. Give us the latest of how many fields you have and what opportunities you have for these young ladies.
Right. Well, right now we have 7 fields set up over the 3 days. We'll have games Friday night, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday amongst Albany College of Pharmacy, College of St. Rose, Hudson Valley Community College, Albany High, Union College, and the University of Albany. So we're really excited to have some top-notch facilities, all turf, because of the weather that we have around here.
Yeah. You never know, even in mid-April.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we're, like you said, we had 30 teams last year. We are at 40 right now, and the registration deadline is actually tomorrow. So we're hoping a few more trickle in at the end.
Okay, then listen up, right? Perfect time here tomorrow, the deadline. You had 30 teams last year. You're at 40 right now. How was this received last year? Because I know you weren't sure exactly how this would go, and it turned out really to be a home run ball for you, Coach.
Yeah, we really had no complaints whatsoever. All the feedback we got last year was positive. All the fields are relatively close compared to similar events that we go to and have been going to for years. We had college coaches in attendance. There's so much to do around our area because we have those 2 malls. We have Wolf Road. We have Central Ave. We have all sorts of restaurants and businesses. And the Albany Visitors Bureau has been really a big help for us getting this out to everybody.
Coach, what is the benefit of playing in a showcase like this? You mentioned the college coaches here, but it's also the off season. So if you're obviously a skilled soccer player, what's the benefit of joining a showcase like this?
Well, you say off season, but it's really the club in season.
Yep.
So a lot of the recruiting happens in club and not high school. So, because all the college coaches are in season.
That's with any sport,
season,
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it's very beneficial as far as just getting them out there to be seen, to get a recruiting look, and it's local for a lot of our teams that usually go to Boston and Long Island and anywhere else down to Maryland, Virginia, all the way to the Disney College Showcase that was in December. So it's nice to have a local event with top-notch facilities and be able to kind of home grow it ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Now, Nick, when you talk about the quality of the athlete here, you're talking D1, D2, and D3 and all the above?
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of athletes that go to all those you just mentioned, as far as some prep schools that were in attendance last year as well.
Which is a big deal. I mean, we see it, Chris, right? Even in the basketball where a young man is got a bright future in college and yet wants to maybe take that prep school year before he goes to the next step. So you have that on the soccer level as well.
Right. We also had a couple of those coaches as well last year.
Yeah, that's great. Let me ask you this question. Is this equivalent, for just trying to put it into layman's term for those listening, is this like AAU, equivalent to AAU in basketball?
Yeah, it's very similar to that. Club soccer goes from November to June. So it's all year. All the coaches that coach high school and college, most of them coach club, so we're all coaching all year long.
How many coaches did you have last year? How many coaches do you expect to be here this year? Now that word is out, like you need to come to Albany, you need to be here for this event. This is when it's happening.
Right. We had 30 college coaches in attendance last year. We're expecting more this year, but we also have a company that we're talking with that's going to come in video games. So we may actually be able to send out links to college coaches across the country that don't really have to be in attendance, but they can still see our players from around here.
Social networking right there, Chris, right? The next level.
Nick, what are the challenges of being a Northeast soccer player? We hear it a lot with, that players, schools, programs, whatever it may be, in warmer climates just have an inherent advantage. Is that true in the sport of soccer?
Yeah, it's true only because we have to go inside from December to, who knows, March, April maybe. So being in an indoor facility, having to rent a smaller field, you don't get to work on the same types of skills.
And it just plays differently.
Absolutely.
Have you noticed like programs that are just better than others? Are there some programs that these girls latch onto because they know that is the best of the best? Like in basketball, it's like, hey, you can make the city rocks. You know, that's where you want to be. That's where you got to be. Is there that in what you're doing here? It's
a little bit more spread out than that. There's not one particular team. Back when I played club soccer, there were 2 premier teams in the area, and now there's countless. There's probably over 30 premier teams. So the talent's really spread out among all the clubs. There's a couple that are better than others, but for the most part, it's a pretty level playing field.
We're talking with Nick Southworth, tournament director, Cap City's Girls College Showcase Tournament coming up April the 13th through the 15th. Now, the key is the deadline to register is coming up tomorrow. What is the best way to do that, Nick, here at the last minute?
We have a website, capcitysoccer.net. All of our information is on there. And you could also email us at capcitysoccerllc@gmail.com.
Okay. And truth be told, this young man was a pretty good soccer player back in the day at the University of Albany. You fondly remember those playing days, right?
Yes, sir. Of course.
And that program now has really, since you were there, when did you graduate?
I graduated 2002.
All right. So since 2002 to where they're at right now, the growth of that U-Albany program has been significant, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a different level. The year I was there was the second year that they went to Division I. So they were kind of still putting everything together. We didn't even have a league the first year. We were in our own independent league. And then we joined the America East.
And now playing at Casey Stadium.
Yeah. So
look, it has a whole different feel. Sure.
Yeah, and look at your showcase event last year, 30 teams, already sitting at 40 teams. Do you max this out at all?
Yeah, we only based on the fact that we don't have that many fields in the Capital Region to play on. We're limited by their availability.
If you get 5 to 10 more teams, would that be in the ballpark?
Yes, absolutely. We cap it at 64 teams, but we could do 50 teams, easily.
And it'll be competitive games too, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're here to showcase themselves, but they also want to win the game.
Right. There's a ranking system, Got Soccer, that assigns points to each team based on all their events that they've played in and wins and losses.
Okay.
So we're able to adjust the games so that they're pretty even.
We're always playing for winning and losing. That's just the way it goes, right? Hey, Nick, listen, we appreciate a few minutes. Good luck with everything. We'll get this up on YouTube, make sure everybody knows about it, and hopefully you get above your 40 teams right now, and good luck with everything coming up in the middle of April.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.